How about giving me my pendant back?
Ah, yes. There was an agreement, after all. And he pulls out this bag, sets it on the table, and you can hear it, a heavy sound as it lands on the table, and he slides it across over to you.
While staring at him in the eyes, I want to open it and dump it out on the table.
As you open the bag and dump it out, you see coins falling out of the bag onto the table.
Coins?
Of course. You did a job, after all. You deserve to get paid.
The deal was for my pendant.
You're getting your pendant. I just wanted to make sure you got this first before you asked me another question.
Where the fuck's my pendant?
And now he pulls the pendant out of another sack. It's right here, Fenris. And he sets it on the table. So,
I want to reach for the pendant.
as you're starting to reach for his, would you be interested in doing more jobs in the future?
Nope.
Sure wouldn't.
That's a shame. We could really use a man of your talents.
Sure you could.
Well, maybe you'll change your mind. And he slides it across toward you.
I want to take a real close look at this pendant. Make sure this is mine.
Alright, not gonna do we can do Arcana to determine if it is still a magical item, or Insight to determine if it is the same item.
Well, Insight is a 19.
This looks like the pendant you wore before. There does appear to be a small scratch on one of the gems, though.
Son of a bitch.
Can I try to do an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can do it.
I thought you were about to just go John Wick on this.
7.
Well, it looks like the one before is just... there's a small difference now. You don't think that any magic would be lost from such a small thing, but...
I look at him and I just go, what's this scratch?
Well, you see,
The fuck is this?
when you attacked us last time, there was a bit of scuffle. You know, things happen.
Take the orb and smash it on the ground.
Real quick.
The fox currently
Oh, it
has
looks
the
like
orb.
there was a scuffle.
Hold on. Real quick. Is this table, like, fastened to the ground at all?
You'd have to try and test to see if it was or not.
I want to, like, scoot just a little bit in my chair and kind of bump it a little.
Alright.
While looking at the item, just like... fidgeting.
Do a stealth check.
22.
Okay. You, as you're moving it, you do feel that it does tilt up slightly. Now, the coins are still scattered on the table. So unless you're wanting to collect those as well before your action.
Collect those, and as you collect them, have an accident.
And
So,
as you tilt the table, the man comes back now. He's holding water in a pitcher, and he sets them on the table. Sorry about that, sir.
No, it's fine. And I'll scoop the coins, and I'll put the coins and pendant kind of in my stuff here. And then, as I'm doing that, I want to...
And after setting down drinks, the man leaves.
to the fox, I'm just like, by the way,
Yes.
I can tell you what that orb does.
Really?
Yeah.
It'd be most helpful.
That there is an orb of direction. So your soul can find its way to hell, and I flip the table on him.
Wait.
You could have just tried to leave without...
Fuck no, this motherfucker's dying.
One on what? Like 4 or 5?
Probably.
This is surprise round action, so...
Better just run like a bitch.
Go ahead and make it the hit. It's an improvised weapon.
Find your way to hell.
16.
You flip the table and the drinks, including your water
Yep.
and the alcohol
Yep.
that you didn't drink, go flying off in his direction, and the table...
Fine
He's
on him.
currently obscured by the table as you flipped it. You still have a movement.
Fling.
And as you do that, you can hear the... Ah!
Rebuke him.
Hold on, we're in a booth, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rush and try to push the table up against him and trap him against the wall.
You've already made your action.
Okay,
you
so
only have a movement.
I could only do movement. Alright.
Well, actually, you would be moving, so we could.
Yeah, I was going to say he would
We could
just
say,
be
yeah,
running
you can
into
go ahead and try that. We will do opposing athletics to see if you can pin him there.
Fuck no. 4.
Well,
As
you
you
okay?
expend
Oh, okay, just-
half your movement to thrust your
stumbled
body
a little
against the
bit.
table,
you stumbled.
you don't hear a slam of him going against the wall, but you can feel him pushing back against you.
All right.
You still have like 15 movement left. Well, I guess actually 25 because of your new ability for an extra 10 on your first turn.
Oh fuck yeah. Actually, so if me pushing the table counts as movement,
I used it as half the movement, but I will say you can't do it again this turn.
so my new ability also makes it to where I can do an additional attack on the first turn that does 1d8 damage if
Alright.
Oh.
Then we can do it again. Opposing.
No, I want to back up to the side and use my. Well, no, yeah, I'll try to bash him again.
Go ahead and roll your to hit to see if you do the damage, and then we'll do the opposing athletics to see if he's pinned.
15.
So you slam, you back up like a step, and then you thrust your body into it again. And this time, when you slam against, you can hear the sounds. Roll your damage.
1.
Now go ahead and roll your opposing acrobat.
He's got a
Athletics.
splinter.
Yes.
All right.
19.
You heard the grunt, and you seemingly have him pinned for the turn, and that's all you can do. Everybody roll initiative involved.
To say I would love.
It's like I'm not even there.
So it would only be
I just
Fenris,
instinctively know that it's
Ratoris,
time to fight.
and the people.
I've rolled it. I'm in the front room.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear a scuffle.
Fuck.
As soon as I have the initiative figured out, you're going to hear the scuffle on your
I rolled a dirty 20.
Very good.
Ah, fuck. It's a 6. 6.
You're just like, wait, what? What's going on? There's a fight. Who's fighting?
So,
You're just gonna see my horns in the crowd.
Just here in hell.
I had to say something stupid. Y'all know me.
Fenris. And then we have Fox. And yours was a 6.
Yep.
Way down here is Ratoris. And we have. Okay, so the owner of the bar will be going first.
Oh shit.
What's all this here?
His other staff member.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Should have just did Hellish Rebuke, man. I told you.
It works as a reaction.
Also, I only can do it once per day.
It's been a day. Oh no, it
No,
hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
It's your fault.
It is.
Oh,
I'm not gonna deny that.
Jesus.
Look, I didn't have enough time for a fucking long rest here.
Could have took a nap. Wait, we did rest, didn't we?
Yeah.
You took a rest, but he needs a long rest to get that spell back.
He needs to basically like sleep it off.
So, the owner, hearing the scuffle, starts moving towards the back of the room. He's moving at a quick brisk, as you can see, Ratoris. You hear the scuffle going on as well.
I just go over to the bar and I was like, who? Earl nosy.
And Fenris, it is your turn. What do you do?
Did I hear his voice at all or just the bang?
Make a perception to see if you hear Fenris yelling his one-liner.
That's 11.
It was a bit hard to hear over the crowd of the people, but once
You know what I forgot.
the table got flipped and slammed
This
against the wall
motherfucker's
twice,
got
you
some
definitely
strong
heard that
poison.
banging sound. Fenris, it's your turn. Fox is seemingly
This is a
pinned.
terrible idea.
Yeah, meeting him at all was a terrible idea, but he still did it.
I'm going to. Well, I have him pinned. I'm going to try to take the Nightfall dagger and stab it through the table.
Yeah, go ahead and try. The table will be absorbing some of the damage.
That's how it takes this table.
Hey, it's
a pretty thick table. You're in a bar, man.
25 to hit. I rolled a 19.
You will go ahead and roll your damage to see if you can stab it in far enough to actually hit him.
8.
All right. Yeah, you. The knife goes through the table, and you can hear the sound as it sticks into him,
You got him!
giving a few points of damage.
Doing like 2 damage.
Probably, but still, you got him.
And that was your attack action. You still have a move action.
I just
Or
want to
any
keep.
bonus actions you might have.
I just want to keep pressed up against him.
Okay, then make a new athletics check.
Come on. Fuck. 7.
And as you're doing that, he pushes the table back towards you and is no longer pinned. Well, that's your turn. It's his turn now.
Yay! You should have been really smart and tried to twist the dagger while it was in the table and see what happened.
Twist the table.
Oh.
I'll just grab one of the legs and be like...
So then you could use it as a shield. Try to run away.
I mean, there is still a table in between us right now, so...
But he also has
So-
many people working for him.
The dagger is currently in the table.
Yep.
It's part of the table now, unless you take it out. And as he moved the table away from the two of you to the side and is free, he just kind of has his hands open and says, "Come on, Finrez. Let's work this out and be friends, rather than enemies."
That's nice.
And make a perception check.
Oh,
How bad is
that?
It's a double digit.
Yeah.
I think that's a 12.
It's immediately
It's
under
right
the
there.
edge.
Oh, it got
doesn't
moved.
matter now.
It got moved now, so we'll never know. Oh, there.
16 now.
Damn it.
18,
18
now.
now.
Give me like
15 now.
4.
What was this?
A perception.
Perception?
See something on his turn.
18 total.
So you can hear like the bar starting to get a little quieter as your scuffle has attracted attention. But the thing you notice is the area in like his chest where you see there's this wound and it's starting to close up.
Oh.
This motherfucker's healing already.
Oh, that means
And
Oh my god,
he's holding action at this turn. So now we move on to the bar maiden, who's also moving towards the area. Retoris, it is now your turn. There was a scuffle, a sudden loud banging sounds, and the bar is starting to fall silent.
yeah. So can I see like where this is happening?
You can see the human man with the beer gut and this elven woman who were both working behind the bar. They're heading towards the back to one of the back rooms.
Should have gotten some damn second level spells.
You'll be getting those if you spend a day writing them down.
Yeah. Did I hear him say anything?
You did not hear his zinger. It was muffled by the current sounds.
I'm trying to think of like.
You could
Do you-
evaluate that a scuffle is going on if you.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's
But you
anybody I know.
are. You claim you want to be a hero. This could be your moment to shine.
Go on.
Because I am a fucking former guard, so this is like fucking taking me back.
Help me fuck this dude up.
I guess I'll hop the bar and go behind and follow the other two.
Oh, I would have started taking the alcohol at that point.
Oh shit, they're distracted.
It would take you. Well, they're walking at a brisk pace. Are you wanting to run there?
I was gonna hop the. I'm not gonna use my action yet. Like I said, I'll jump behind the bar and move towards the commotion.
Alright.
Which I imagine they'll immediately take notice and turn around and stop me.
You just start moving towards the bar. Back to the owner, and he walks up, pulls the curtains aside, and sees the two of you. What's going on here?
I heard that, I bet.
He's talking to you, Finrose.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of what I want to do.
A way to get out of this.
I want to start a fight, but I don't have it all planned out yet.
As most fights end up being, so.
Monday, you're enjoying the night sky.
I will tell.
Am I having a good sleep?
Yeah. Dreaming about new things to eventually build one day.
Oh,
I'll tell the
change
barkeep.
can I go back and use my action?
What were you wanting to do?
I'm going to communicate my raven because it's within 100 feet of me. She'll get Monday.
You can do that.
So I will tell this lovely barkeep. This man is the Fox, the well-known thief that's been posted for rewards around town, and I intend to turn him into the proper authorities.
Make a persuasion.
He doesn't know that.
What I have to assume that this is just a normal barkeep that isn't.
So whether or not he believes you and wants to... Because you started a fight at his establishment.
15.
Wouldn't that be his insight, not his seat?
He's persuading the guy, and the guy making an insight.
Oh.
What was your total?
15.
I'm afraid you're both going to be seeing the guards tonight.
Good. They know
That's
him.
fine.
And he actually, he doesn't immediately take an attack. He's like, this fighting stops now. We all leave.
We
Call the guard and we'll wait here.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, you're, since you have the same way, you're hearing these conversations. And the man, that's pretty much his turn. It's now the Fox's turn. Sorry things didn't work out today, Fenris. Maybe some other time. And you hear a familiar cracking sound in his hand. And the room begins to fill with smoke.
Is it my turn?
He is now making his movement. You can make an opposed attack at disadvantage. Because you can't see.
Yeah, I'll do that. I want to try to grab him.
Okay. Well, you'll roll your to hit, and then we'll roll an athletics to see if you can break out.
So it would just be with strength, right?
Yeah, just your strength, no proficiency.
17.
Okay, you grabbed onto some part of him, and now make an opposed athletics to see if you can keep your hold as he's moving.
17.
And with that, you seem to have stopped him for the moment, and he's trying to grab his hand away from you, his arm away from you as you just lunged out and grabbed him. We now move on to Fenris. I think you have an action.
I want to cast Hunter's Mark on him while I have him grappled.
So, the spell will happen since you know where your target is. Now the bonus action.
I will try to hit him with one of my hand axes.
Oh.
It's still going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. Fuck. 7.
And now make a con saving throw versus the smoke. You swing your axe and you didn't feel it hit anything.
15.
You're not gagging, your eyes are tearing up a bit from the gas, but doesn't seem to be affecting you. Now we move on to someone else who is in the initiative. Let's see if they You're not sure what they did. You can't see or hear. But then we move on to Retoris. It's your turn. You can start seeing smoke coming out from the back room that you were headed towards.
My legs were getting stiff, so I had to stand.
At this point, you can't see anybody within the smoke. That includes the two people you saw walk ahead of you.
Right. So I'm thinking, because I have two options here, really. Either get involved and then cause more issue, or potentially give him an easy out once all this blows over and the way he doesn't want it to go. I guess I'll get near the door frame, but I'll hold my action.
Okay, what do you intend to do?
I don't know. This is like that. I'm thinking because, it's like I said, I really just have two options here. I can either help him in combat, but then that would get us both in trouble with the guard, or like I said, I can try to get him out of here by, saying that I.
Well, you're holding action. What kind of action are you
I don't
holding?
know what I want to do. Damn. I guess I'll just end my turn then.
Okay. We move on to the manager. He starts coughing and gagging from the smoke and moves his way out of it. Towards you see this human walk out of the room, coughing and gagging.
Was I going to say something to him?
Yeah, you can say something.
I kind of put on a voice trying to sound more authoritative. What's going on back there?
Deception, because the manager heard your voice before.
Yeah, that's a 3. So I'm just trying to act like, oh, it's you.
He's aware of who you are, but for the people inside still, you don't really hear a response. And now we move on to the fox. Opposing athletics. He's going to try and get away again.
13.
Alright. This time he manages to pull his hand away from you and begins moving again.
So Hunter's Mark gives me advantage on perception and survival checks if I'm trying to find my target.
It gives you, so that part affects you specifically?
Yes. So I want to try to follow the fox out of the smoke.
Okay.
Wherever he's going.
Retoris, first you see this elven man leave the smoke and just start walking away.
What's the fox say?
But what did the fox say?
Get the fuck out.
Shit.
Get out of your own apartment.
He just walks out of the smoke, acts like nothing happened.
He seems to be making coughing noises, but you can roll an insight to see if they're genuine or not.
I'll roll inside to see if they're genuine or not.
Man, that smells really good.
That's 15.
Yeah, it's believable. He's left the smoke and he's just making his way towards the outside to get fresh air.
I'll say to him, hold on a minute. He's never heard my voice before.
Sure. But he may have heard your grunts and a few words in the last scuffle, but at you saying that, he doesn't stop.
Hey, now, I'm talking to you.
Now, Fenris, it is your turn.
I want to try to follow him out of the smoke.
Okay. First, make a con saving throw to see if the smoke starts affecting you.
Sure fucking doesn't. 21.
No, it does not. So you freely move out. If you move 30 feet out, you can see a copper skin tone elf in a bar full of skin tone people moving towards the door.
Do I see Retoris?
Yeah, you just walk past him.
I yell out, "Stop that man, he's the fox!"
And you can either double move or make an action. Because you moved out.
I want to take out my longbow and shoot him.
Shoot him right in the ass.
Oh.
Alright.
That would slow down the movement. It hurt to walk.
21 to hit.
You quickly pull out your bow with an arrow notched and shoot it into his back. His body jolts forward from the pain. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
And tell me the numbers separately, from the one from your bow and the one from the spell.
Okay. From the bow, it is 6.
Okay.
And then a 6 from the spell.
Alright. The arrow pierced into this man before you, and it is now the other person in the smoke's turn. You can hear them start coughing and gagging as she has not taken the smoke bow and walks out of the room. And she's now next to the owner and Retoris by the edge of where all the smoke was coming from. Retoris, it is your turn.
Alright,
This man
he's
is
still
like-
behind the bar, right?
No, didn't you move closer to the booth that they were at?
Yeah.
you're by that then.
So
And
is he out the door?
He is 70 feet across the room
Jesus Christ.
That motherfucker moves fast.
and is like
He's gotten-
30 from the door.
So he's going to try and escape out the front door?
He's going towards the front door.
Alright, I'm going to use my movement plus aggression to get within 10 feet of him.
I guess you got one trait from the elf and one trait from the orc.
Yep. I got the cantrip from the elf and the aggression from orc.
Alright.
That's the way the custom class or custom race works.
Specifying so that way I know. So you can't be charmed and you can basically double move.
Yep.
Okay. Just
Good combination.
making sure I know what's
Well, I
going
can
on.
be charmed. I have advantage against charm. I can't be put to sleep through magical means.
Yeah. But yeah, so you move. How close did you get to him and what are you doing?
I got within 10 feet, and I'm going to cast Silent Image to make the image of a ice wall in between him and the door.
Okay. Illusion. So he'll probably have a saving throw as
Yep.
to see through it. What check is required?
Successful intelligence investigation.
Yeah. Do you want me to hold something?
I don't really need these now.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah. He sees through your trickery and is not stopped in the slightest.
They still can't move
What do you mean you can't move?
until next turn.
You can't move, right? That's what you said?
Neither of us until
What
the
do you
next
mean?
turn starts.
Well, yeah. So now the owner, who is still coughing, is it? Stop!
You violated the law. In accordance. Sorry,
Let's pay to find a service.
Yeah, he's demanding to know what's going on. He currently can't see, and he's coughing heavily. And now we move on to Fenriz. It is technically your turn before Fox gets his.
So he's
30 feet from the door. You were a little ways out. You're probably like 40 feet from him.
I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move up 20 feet and shoot another arrow at him.
All right.
That's what friends are.
I did not roll great on that. 11 to hit.
Your arrow shoots past his head and into the wall of the building.
I'll also yell out, "Stop or I'll fire again," and then I'll move the rest of my 10 feet.
Has his raven
Towards
gotten
him.
me yet?
Yeah, it would be there this turn. You were still a distance away, but
Yeah.
it moves faster. So it's getting to you now. So go ahead and roll your initiative to see where you fall.
Goodbye. 19.
Okay. Then that would actually put you right after Fenris, so it's your turn, Mundy. A raven is just... Can the raven speak?
It can say simple words.
Yeah.
It's saying things like Retoris, Danger, Tavern.
Danger, 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 danger.
Danger will rob us of danger.
What's that little vein? Taurus in danger. Lead the way.
Retorts is in the well.
Good. It's where you belong. Throws the raven up in there and shoots it.
He always told me that's where he wanted
No,
to be.
I'm on my way.
I will say, using your newfound
Moose.
moose
Oh.
and cart, it'll take you 2 turns to get to the tavern.
Boomer.
Moving at full
Away.
speed.
What is it? I don't have that. Raven moving speed, I think it's actually pretty good.
So now we move on to the fox.
This motherfucker.
I'll catch you later, Fenris. And he moves to the door.
So long,
Why the
Geek
fuck
Bowser.
is nobody in this goddamn tavern stopping this fucking criminal?
Because shut up. So long, Geek Bowser.
Because, yeah, no one got up. That's okay.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah, it's rolled 4%. Okay.
Oh my god. What if he's not actually real? He's just a figment of your imagination.
Then what did I shoot the arrow into?
Once the scene's over, you find the arrows.
It was
sticking
just
in
an
odd
innocent,
places.
it was just an innocent barmaid who was just walking by.
Dead. But that would still be strange that nobody got up.
Well, everybody's afraid because you still got the weapon.
I'll shoot again.
He has moved through the door, and at this point, we move on to the other woman who was in the smoke, and she's also not recovering. She's just coughing.
She is dead.
Retoris, it is your turn.
I'll
The man you
pursue
were
him.
in pursuit has just left the building.
I'm pursuing him outside. And I have dark vision.
Oh, man. Damn it.
How special.
Yep.
Everybody but
Hey.
Wendy has dark
Hey,
vision.
it is pretty special. 'Cause
Literally
there is somebody
everybody.
out.
I just got to where my dark vision is extended 30 feet. So I can see 90 feet in the dark.
So I run outside and look to see where you are.
Make an investigation check.
Well, I got a moose, so shut up.
You do.
That's
That was
13.
pretty cool.
Granted, you could also buy a moose. It's not that expensive. But
Much like the last time you tried to track these people down, you are not following a trail of footprints. You can't find any.
oh my god, he's Batman. He's up on the roof.
Because, as you know, being half-elf yourself... Jill, are you sleeping in there?
No.
Do we need to wrap up?
No.
Alright. Being a half-elf yourself, you know that elves don't tend to leave footprints when they move about, which makes it hard to track them.
Shit.
Hey,
But I haven't
if only
been.
we had like a barbarian or a ranger who had like a track skill or
So,
something.
unless you want to double move somewhere, you're not sure where to go, though.
What's in my immediate area other than the entrance of the bar?
You can see some people walking around. It's starting to get dark outside, and just feel like
Everybody's
the,
just
like
slow
the humans
by.
and house elves are probably turning in for the night, and just it's a low population at the moment, and just there's not much going on.
Just imagining like how just mundane the fight's been going on, the bar's filled with smoke, and people are just casually getting up. Well, I've had enough to drink. I'll see you guys later, and just kind of casually just
And,
walking out.
This place is really
Like,
gone
alleyways
downhill.
between the,
Ever since they started laying
There are alleyways.
I'll take off down the right alleyway.
All right, yeah, you take go ahead and make a perception. Maybe you can see something down the alleyway.
I'll move.
That's a 20. Dirt 20.
Let's see if he went that way. He did not go. You do not see anyone standing in this alleyway.
I circle around to the back of the building.
Well, that's your turn. Yeah, we go to the top of the order. Maybe now people will get up and do something.
Well, now that he's going,
Yeah, a few people are getting up. Some are just trying to leave. Perhaps they have a shady history and don't want to be caught up with the guards. Or they just like to avoid conflict and just get out. But now the manager, is he still...
He's still just like dying.
He's coughing and wheezing so much that he just ends up passing out and falling onto the ground.
oh god,
Fenris, it is your turn.
his last.
I'll
wish
run
was to be
outside and see if I can find where this motherfucker went. As I head out the door, I yell back, "Y'all suck!"
No, I know.
You don't know me.
Go ahead and make an investigation. Try and figure out, because Retoris is standing there. He
Oh,
went to an alley. He's currently not having any luck.
What?
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 Am I doing perception or survival to try to find him?
Oh no!
Here's where the unusual part comes in.
Jill, we're running a train out here. You're missing out.
No, I'm not.
When
I
you
don't want
cast
to
a
be here.
spell
That's what's happening.
on another target, you definitely you know it was working. But as the spell is supposed to like enhance your ability in some way to find someone, nothing. You're not like getting any advantage from this at all.
Okay, I still need to know to add to this roll then.
You're doing an investigation.
10.
Oh, the spell affects your survival and what to find people?
Perception.
Perception? We'll say perception since that's related to the spell, but you are not really getting any
I got 12
advantage
then.
to it. Like this is, you've only used the spell, this is the first time you've ever used this spell. Not really, but you used it earlier, but you didn't use the tracking part. So you know the spell works, but it's not, you know it's supposed to do more. And that part doesn't seem to be working.
Fuck!
But you do know that when you made that second shot into him, it just doesn't seem to like it was hurting him very much. Sure, the arrows were sticking into him, but he just
He's a vampire.
he just wasn't taking a lot of damage.
Or he could have been a lycanthrope too. So he's a werefox. Where the fox?
Does that mean the giant woman is a were-rabbit?
Well, I know Retoris went out here, so I'll try to see if I can find him.
He's nearby. He's looking down an alleyway, but he seems to have come up short-handed as well.
I'll just yell over him. You find anything? Did you see which way he went?
Pencil.
At this point, you're pretty much out of combat, and you're seeing people start to leave the place, but yeah, you're not. Elves, man, hard to track.
Goddamn motherfucking hell. I hate
I'm still gonna kind of look around the area. I'll kind of look around the building, see if I can find anything.
Sure, well, yeah, go ahead and make a perception to see if you find something.
Oh, nope.
6.
A few minutes go by, you're just not picking up anything. The trail has gone cold.
Spent 50 gold for nothing.
I'll tell you later.
Not necessarily. You made profit and got the pendant back.
True. Oh, how much gold did I get? Over how many coins?
Do you want to count it now as people
As
are
you sit,
No.
leaving the area?
Oh, wait.
you
And
sit down, the cops
you
are clearly
know
coming
that
from
when you
behind.
left the building, the man behind the bar is passed out. I mean,
I know.
is he even alive?
I know that's fast Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that he was coughing and then he
I was outside.
basically he fell.
I was outside.
Well, he knows.
Fenris would know.
Did Spinner say anything?
So
to me?
unless you gotta just gonna try and get a queen getaway, you're gonna go back inside. And,
Yeah, since I can't find a trail or anything to follow, I'm just gonna go back in.
Okay, I'd like another drink now, please.
Monday, you are just showing up to the scene now. People are just leaving this place. And you would expect from a tower every now and then people leave, but they seem to be leaving in numbers.
I burst into the door. What's up?
Fenris and Retoris, when you went back inside, you see the barmaid has propped up the man against the wall. And medicine check. He's not awake, but you don't think he's dead.
Good. I'm gonna go over and check on them. Is there, on my way over, is there any water nearby?
Finally, I got my water.
There's some spilled on the floor in the back room.
But there's not like a cup or a pitcher
There
sitting
would be
anywhere?
some half-drunk beverages on tables, and you could go behind the bar and get some water.
I was similar to that. I get my drink. I didn't finish.
I'm gonna go get some water
Alright.
from behind the bar and walk over to where she has the guy propped up, and I'm gonna ask her, like, is he okay?
She when she looks up at you and she has this glare in her face. Yeah, he's fine.
Look, I'm sorry about the trouble that I've caused, but that man is a dangerous criminal and he needs to be brought in. I know this wasn't the ideal place to confront him, and I'm sorry that either of you have gotten hurt from it, but I needed to try to bring that man to justice for all the wrong that he's done.
What's going on?
She's pondering thoughts. She gets up. She heads over to the desk. Well, you can help by first paying off tonight's tab, as all our guests are gone.
I'll go back outside.
I set down the pitcher of water, and I want to first retrieve my dagger out of the table.
Yeah, she's. You can see her at the money you've burst in now, and you can see there's only a few people in here, including Retoris and Fenris, a man unconscious on the floor.
And I'll ask her how much it is.
Henry, oh my god.
102 gold.
Hey. Shit. How much you get in that bag? Start counting up.
Count your gold inside that pouch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull out the pouch and see how much money I have there.
We'll say you've spent plenty of time just figuring out what's going on. There was 500 gold inside the bag.
What?
You made a fucking mistake cutting ties. Talk to you later. This isn't worth it. Wow, that's quite a
How
bit of
much
money.
do I owe her?
102.
398 plus.
Okay.
Great.
I need a calculator. I'll fucking slap that shit on the table. I'll say, you know what? Here's 120.
360.
Would you like to join us again, Jill?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I'm at 80, but oh well.
Wait, Jill doesn't want to join anymore? Sadness.
Well, I'm sleepy.
Her character is
I'm
sleeping.
good until you guys
I'll
go to fucking
flip the
bed.
one table that is like on its side now, like up,
Never.
and like put it back in place, and I'll start kind of clearing the tables as well and helping them clean up.
Alright.
I also want to grab my arrow that's in the fucking like door frame or whatever.
Yeah, you've lost 2 arrows now.
I'm regaining 1.
I try to talk to the...
No, you shot 3 and you lost 2.
Did I shoot 3?
Yes.
You shot 2 into him, didn't you?
Calm down.
I think I only shot 1 into him. Oh, it's alright.
Well, you did pick up
Alright,
20
fine,
recently,
you've
so you're
lost
like fine
9.
on arrows. It's just...
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've lost a few, but
I try to ask the bar maiden woman if she's had any kind of... if her or the bar owner has had any kind of association with him before.
Can't say that we've had.
Insight.
I'll keep looking around like a lost puppy because I don't know what's going on.
what happened here? I just came in for a drink.
That's a
First, a raven comes up to me while I'm sleeping.
dirty 20.
You see a slight twitch in her eye. You get the sense that there's some sort of lie going on.
I say, I don't think you're telling me the whole story.
What right do you have into knowing our customers' business?
Well, as a former guard, I believe that is my duty to know about any potential threats to the local populace.
If you want to know more, come back when the owner is in better health.
Very well.
Does he need healing?
He doesn't seem hurt, more like he was knocked out somehow. Are you dying in there, Jill?
Sounds like she's dying of it.
She came in to make sure you're okay.
So what's going on right now? I'm sorry.
Things are winding down. You're not... the other person working there is not giving much information. You've collected your things,
Is
paid
the guy
the
waking
bill.
up at all?
He hasn't woken up yet.
I want to try to wake him up.
Okay.
So it's on alcohol on him.
No, I'm just gonna gently kind of tap him.
I don't really have any spell that can legit. Oh, any spell that I have is basically like healing and stuff like full on healing.
Fenris, you go over to him and you start poking him, tapping him and whatnot. And he, let's see if he gets up.
Give him the kiss of life.
He seems knocked out. He's not responding at all. God damn.
Take off my
Let's do
traveling.
this.
He's dead, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a surgeon. We gotta burn the body before he turns into a zombie.
Okay. Well, I'll ask the barmaid if there's anything else we can do to help.
As the
Does not seem to be. And since we no longer have customers, probably just going to need to close up for the night. You can come back tomorrow.
Before we go, I need to get your name and his name.
Will and Frank.
You're not working for the guard. I'll speak to the guards.
Do you really want to be difficult?
Yes.
Fair.
You're trying to put on like this tough side.
Well, I have fucking pluses. It's the only charisma thing I have pluses on.
I know.
Is my fucking intimidate.
But you already get
But I
that
don't want to
you're
be a
not
piece
part
of
of the
shit.
guard anymore. I used to be part of the guard. Well, used.
So I got over that first little spiel I gave. So all I'm trying.
We all just laid down on the floor.
This is where we live now.
Do you need help getting him out to